scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's get it.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 67 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On second down, here's Penny. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The Seahawks were the most penalized team in the NFL last year, more than 9 a game. And now they've got 1st and 15. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They set up the screen to Penny. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's got Le'Veon Bell. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Le'Veon Bell, 99 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A tackle that time by Akella Witherspoon. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And they needed to be because their offense struggled throughout the game. Sometimes as a defense, you're not just shutting down the opposing team's offense, but you're outplaying their defense as well, and that's what they did in the last game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They go play action here on 1st down. This is Bell on the dump off. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Frank Clark in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. DJ Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And shoving his way inside the 35. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now whistles as time has run out on this 1st quarter. 14-0 is our score, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Reuben Foster in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A handoff to Penny. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11 more on that one and another first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, gun.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
11.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Frank Clark in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Black 80! 180!
Play action. Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now it's Lockett. Oh, able to avoid him. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here we go. 180!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Goes underneath for Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
13! 11!
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll go down at the 28. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Bell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Gold now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
I got you.
The give is to Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun. Wait. 11.
Now Garoppolo. Open man has got it. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Garoppolo looking very comfortable running this Niners offense. He's got a 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Bell. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Everyone's got four down. Go ahead, go ahead. 65, 65.
A give to Bell. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Black 80! 80!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. 21. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Bell fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
13.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
One, Omaha. 21.
Garoppolo on first down. Rolling to his right. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Hurry up! 6.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll pitch it out to Bell, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
6.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. This is Bell on the dump off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
21. Here we go.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. This is Bell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Le'Veon Bell. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Wilson. And he finds Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To throw is Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again here. Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Wilson, and he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Again, Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a touchdown. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the counter, here's Bell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
6, 11. 6.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
21.
They'll go for it with Bell. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
1, Omaha. 21. Check 99. I got you.
Garoppolo looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And Charles, I think when this